We're going to be right back into the Call of Cthulhu. Entering the madness. Today there is a duck game, so it will be a little bit shorter than normal today.
Woohoo! Yeah.
What's the duck thing? Where's the remote for this? I need to turn on. Tunnel under the Hawkins mansion. I did change the way the camera looks so it's smaller so we can kind of see around it. Experimenting with things you always know. Inside the Hawkins mansion, the scene of the fire reveals the secret. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken to search the place looking for proof. Okay, that was written weird. When a hooded man leapt into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting, detective and police officers set off after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discover a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley enter the tunnel under the mansion. Why? Because it's not a good Scooby-Doo episode if you do not go in the tunnel.
That's cool what you did with the camera.
I know, right? I figured a big square was not necessary.
No, it's more mysterious.
It looks like you're peeking through a hole.
Looks like Facebook Messenger.
It also takes up less space, so
Yeah, too.
it's easier to
Secret
guess.
passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel.
Oh, you're good.
That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
I'm actually currently
Why is
reading
this
the Call of
place?
Cthulhu story.
It's more than just a tunnel. Look. Someone's been here recently.
Was it the lamp that gave it away?
3 seats.
Let us go to Crime View. Batman, eat your fucking heart out.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others?
What the shit fuck is this thing?
Whoa. Beautiful.
What is this mask supposed to represent?
Fucking terrifying. Okay, that looks like a mind flayer hugging a child's head. It never ends well for the person being mind flayed. Okay, so let's see what else we've got here. What's in the box? What's in the
Did Charles
box?
Hawkins hide something in this chest?
Oh, hello. Hi, Charles Hawkins. Okay. That's interesting. What's that? Okay. Trying to see if I'm missing anything else. The goblet is here. How do I know they're in robes? Do I just know this thing?
Check underneath them.
Okay, I'm missing something else here. Otherwise, I would have suggested the detective mode. It's not detective mode, that's a Batman thing, but... Oh, here we go.
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here?
Sarah Hawkins, maybe she's not really interested. Let's see what that clue was that I just memorized. Pierce. Oh yeah, I can still have... Ah, cool, I have what I need for a character thing. Trying to see what I should do. Oh, I should upgrade. Okay, those can't be upgraded the old-fashioned way. See, this is always the hard part about RPGs. So you know what? I'm going to stick with waiting one more through the investigation. Lockpicking is always helpful. Let's see what the places are that we're looking at. So new plays. Who would have guessed the Hawkins mansion was hiding such a big and intricate tunnel underneath? Tunnels. Such big intricate tunnels. It seems to be the hideout of a cult of some kind. Can't believe Sarah and Simon lived right above such danger without knowing anything. The reason why I apparently have difficulty speaking is because I'm reading a lot faster than I can talk. So all just kind of comes out at the same time. It's a speed reader thing.
This symbol. What does it mean?
Fascinating. Is there something on the back? There's nothing on the back. Yes. Just kind of. Oh, I leveled up my occultism. Alright, so now that I'm done with everything else here. I feel like that mask would be interesting to take.
Is it still on the table?
Yeah. Okay, so what's staircase? Hey, Ossifer, you want to go? Oh, I can't push him down. That would be kind of hilarious. Hey, Ossifer! Well, that got dark quick. Mr. Ossifer, are you coming or not? Pansy. It's only a cult underground tunnel. I mean, I don't see why he's all hedging his bets up there and shit.
Of course.
There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible, I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Fine, fine.
Wimp indeed.
Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below.
Pansy. I wish I could force it. Okay, follow the feet. Oh, water. That's why he didn't want to come down here. Oh, see, water's not good. Last time I went in water, it was like a hallucination or some shit. Something attacked me. Threatened my sanity a little bit. Okay, this game is dark and bright outside. Sound like I just closed the exit behind me. So, yep, it fell down. Okay, so this is a one-way trip. My beautiful wife, it's Heather, Muggle Lady. She's
Some
gorgeous.
kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
Huh?
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
He will turn to dust, not it.
No, it's old.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go look at this.
These paintings must be several centuries old.
Let's go. Disappeared tribe. A tribe of men, worshippers of the sea and its benefits, landed on the shores of an island surrounded by dark waters. They were discovered by the creature some call the Devourer of Whales. That's not ominous at all. For years, the creature hunted them down into their dreams until their weakened minds surrendered. Following the creature's orders, they sunk into the dark waters surrounding the island and never came back. Something that can eat whales is kind of horrifying. Unless it's a giant squid, then it's kind of awesome. Oh, there's more of them.
These people lying down. Are they dead? Are they asleep?
There's something hidden around here. Where's the hidden green thing? Oh, that's my lantern. Okay. Can't remember how to put the lantern away. Oh, they're in a triangle. Okay. Let's see, are there any other? Oh yeah, there are more. Many more, actually, drawings on the wall. The writing on the wall, you say.
This monstrous creature must be an allegory.
Allegory means it's a, I know the concept's hard to explain. It's like a,
These people lying down. Are they dead? Are they asleep? These buildings seem to have come out of the water.
This isn't creepy at all. This is fine. Use up way more lantern than I meant to. Forgotten that the lantern only had a certain amount of stuff. I guess I haven't really played this in like 2 weeks, so. Alright, so I just leveled, so let's finish with investigation. There we go, fully leveled, and that should be a trophy right about now. No. Okay, so cultist symbol was drawn on a sheet of paper hidden in a safe itself, hidden in a tunnel under the mansion. The symbol was repeated on the paper, its form becoming more distinct with each attempt. I do not know what Charles Hawkins tried to represent with this symbol, but one thing is for sure, it is important in his eyes. Inventory. Knowledge. I have gained lots of knowledge. Oh, look. The door. He walked off. Oh, I can't open it from the side anyways. Alright. Anything around here? This game looks really exploration based, but
time has weakened these structures.
Does have that horror element to it. You find more lantern oil. Didn't realize you could make it super bright and use up a lot of fuel really fast. Okay, so that's not a staircase. Oh, yeah, there is a staircase there I can use. What's that?
I don't have time to search them all.
Well, at least search the one. You made me look at it. Gosh. What a lazy detective.
This oil again. What is it used for?
Looks like it's bioluminescent, which is strange. It'd be nice to be able to actually grab one. So we're going to run up here and check around. That looks cool. I wonder what you have to put in the flames to make them green like that. This would be a really fun VR game, I think. Especially with the hallucinations.
What's going on here?
Pierce!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Wipe is back there crocheting hats. Are you making a duck hat, babe?
This is blue.
I can't tell. I can barely see it on the camera. Let's see what's around here. Wait, if you're a... Wait, that's a person. They're alive even. I'm not going to jump down right in the middle of a ritual. One, that looks like a break your ankle height. And two, I mean, I'm not Batman. That's not going to be nearly as effective. I don't have a cape or anything. It's just terrible stuff. Xena Warrior Princess Cry would be good. Can't argue with Xena. I mean, you can. But... Oh, hello. That's me.
That's a picture of you? Okay.
Yes, I think so.
Creepy.
Game saved.
A table for sacrifice?
Ah, yes.
A mass grave.
Yep, that's me. Or who looks like me anyways.
I got it.
Critic horror.
I can't breathe. What's happening?
Panic attack.
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
Alright, so we're gonna go this way. Crawl through here. I'm not sure I can squeeze through there. Apparently I can indeed.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is time. You will soon be one of us, if your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream.
Okay. See, this would be a fun part here. Explore the caves. My wife's ringtone. Adorable, isn't it? Just like she. More sanity. I'm stable. Trying to figure out what's new about my sanity.
What?
You have a sanity. It seems like you slowly come apart in this game. Oh, look.
It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual.
That's a really cool dagger, actually. I found this dagger in the tunnels underneath Hawkins Manor. Its owner left it behind when he went with the other 100 men. Okay. And occultism, it's leveling up. Little by little. Alright, let's read a book.
I can't read Latin.
Apparently I can't read Latin. What a cop-out. Can't even read Latin. Oh, look, I leveled up. Alright, let's see the knowledge. Dagger, an old Bible, numerous passages have been overwritten or annotated. Strange way to study the Holy Scriptures. Actually, most of the Christians I know, actually, a lot of them do put notes in their Bible, especially if they're like, if they ever like preach. So, I mean, it's your book. I guess you should write in it what you want. I wonder if this door opens. It does not. Okay. Through the cave it is. Good thing I had a nice cushy landing on all the gore, right?
Well, you also land on the thing, too.
Okay, I don't see anything currently that can help me out much. Or hurt me at this point. Well, there's nobody notices the lantern. Okay, these boxes, I don't know what those symbols mean. Come on, I need oil. Throw me a bone here. No bone for me, it looks like. Too bad I can't take the oil out of the lanterns. Of course, they never...
You can't pick it up.
No, don't stand up and go investigate. What the hell, dude?
You who sleeps, accept this dreamer under your immortal wing.
Ya Cthulhu Fitag.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
I feel him.
Oh, I didn't get to hear that.
You are gifted indeed, not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you who sleep, we pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth.
I think I'm just gonna leave. Okay, so cultists, if they're all facing away from me, Glad to walk up and shank a few of them, but combat in this game is not vigorous.
More sacred flesh.
Like, I'm not sure. There is combat in this game, to be honest with you. I've been watching it on Facebook a lot, like the advertisements for it. So, I was looking forward to playing it, but apparently I didn't quite understand what it was. I thought it was like a survival horror thing.
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
Dead?
His awakening.
This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that?
There's a symbol. It's a necklace. Oh, look.
What does this
Dragon
writing
word.
mean?
No, apparently this isn't Skyrim. I can't just...
Dead? This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that?
Alright, we're looking around. Okay, so... he's dead. Talking about sacred flesh, proteges.
Oh, it's done? The ritual, is it done?
I don't know, I can't see the guy on the altar. Nope, he's still twitching, so either it's still going and he needs to die, or, I don't know, it doesn't look nearly as much fun as some other things I could think of doing.
Oh, you.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good.
I mean, it seemed up to no good. They all look like they're up to no
What in
good.
the world is this?
An intruder!
Oh, shit. Don't move! Police! Don't move!
Ew.
I won't hesitate.
Bradley, get
Pursue.
back! Get back!
You asked for it.
He doesn't seem impressed. Oh, that's why.
Charles, you shouldn't have seen this.
That was weird looking. Character pointer, cool. Let's go.
They're caving in. I need to get out of here.
Gotta go right now. Oh, the bridge actually survived when we cross it. That's not how that usually works. Usually it collapses right when you're toward the end. There's the melodramatic, ah, and then nothing. Yes, we're gonna Zoidberg out of here.
My leg!
I don't see my legs. Oh god, where are my legs? I'm sorry. Couldn't resist. There's actually a reference to Cthulhu-like cultists in Fallout, in the Fallout games often. You look at usually the Dunwich buildings, which are a reference to the Cthulhu mythos. They usually have weird visions of cultists. The one in Fallout 4 is a really cool knife. Actually, I haven't used it on anything, but it's cool. Oh, I can stand upright. We're good.
Light! At last.
It doesn't count until you're out. What'd I tell him? Alright, Riverdale Institute looks like that says. Pierce and Officer Bradley follow the intruder to the secret meeting place of a cult set in a network of underground caves right underneath the Hawkins mansion. They witnessed a strange ceremony led by a Charles Hawkins, very much alive. Bradley tried to arrest him, but Hawkins, whose body displayed various mutations, disemboweled the police officer. As he tried to escape from him, Pierce found himself a prisoner of a rock fall. Rushed to the Riverside Institute, he is in a critical state.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun, indeed. So I'm going to take a moment to plug my channel here a little bit. If you're new to the channel, catching this, just checking it out, hit that follow button. Always helps me out to have more people grow my community a little bit. If you guys have Amazon Prime, underneath down there is a link to Twitch Prime. You click that, you can attach your Twitch to your Amazon Prime, get Twitch Prime. And that gives you one free subscription every 30 days. You can sub to my channel, you can sub to someone else's channel, just use it. Down below I have a link to the Twitter that I use to announce when I'm going online, what games I'm playing. And underneath that is a link to my YouTube channel where I upload my playthroughs of games. It's got my Retro Sunday stuff. It's got just regular game playthroughs. The entire Spider-Man game, platinumed it. Check it out. Well, let's enter the madness again. Yeah. My mother-in-law's house. She's nuts. Not her, the mother-in-law. The fuck? Blackboard back there is interesting. Oh, he doesn't look at all creepy.
He's having a seizure.
He will survive. Strong subject.
Opening his eyes. You saved him, Fuller.
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
You're dead.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
You're dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No!
Of course, back in the day, people didn't change out needles every time they used them. They just kind of tried to clean them.
Seriously?
Yeah, it wasn't until relatively recently we started using new needles for every person.
What happened to me? Where am I? This foul gas again.
No, please. I can't leave here.
You've got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
No, you don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No! No!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
Okay, so Miss Joker over there needs to knock off. Okay, we're gonna wait. I'm gonna take a nap really quick. Let's see what's going on. Okay, now we've gone to Evil Within territory. Insane asylums, monsters trying to kill me, taking naps to avoid stuff, and waking up in a worse place. I don't have my lantern, so it's dark and I can't see anything. It's also not helping that the sun's kind of in my eye. No, it won't help. Not sure it was Dust talking. I could hardly hear it. Good thing for subtitles, yeah? It's not ominous at all.
Strong enough to scatter my dreams. When the last of them rises up, you will choose.
That looks like the fucking Donkey Kong movie.
Here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awake and free me.
Interesting. That fucking guy again.
You there. Wake up. Come on. Stand up. We don't have much time. Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
I can't be any
Wait a minute.
less sneaky than him.
What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood.
Okay. God, I didn't realize how bad the sun was on my face. Alright, lighter.
What does this mean?
We're gonna investigate it first, because I am an investigator.
Am I in an asylum?
What, the giggly guy wasn't a good indication?
This is no medicine.
He'll come for you, Sarah. Sarah. You really like Sarah.
Why the strange symbol repeated over and over?
Especially doesn't it look like he had clawed his eyes out.
Sarah.
Interesting. What's that?
Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors.
Alright. The painting is cursed.
What did he write about the painting?
Alright, so that's weird. In the padded cell, that's what we're gonna call that. That's fine. That works. Oh, there we go. No, I can't just randomly wander into people's cells. That's no fun. Welcome, viewer, to the stream. Saw you pop in here. Feel free to say hi in the chat. I do like to talk to people. I'm really hoping to open Joker's cell. That's what I want to do.
If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him.
Mr. Giggles is just the happiest motherfucker here. Okay, don't need a light right now.
Poor wretch.
Oh, I just want to go. I wanted to go talk to the happy people. Not very happy at all, is he? Alright. Evening viewers, welcome.
I would like to say that I'm surprised to see, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them.
That guy's way too damn loud.
As for you, gentlemen,
I'm just an eavesdropper,
don't
can't it?
disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
God, that guy's annoying.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
I should unload Mr. Happy. Alright, I'm going to see if I can change the sound volume and make the voices a touch. Nope, they're maxed. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay. Oh, for God's sake. Someone go trank him. Seriously, that guy's annoying. Alright, so open the door. Sneaky, sneaky.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm going to see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Sleeping pill.
Good God. What could this machine be used for?
Probably some sort of torture. Okay, can't use anything in there. Ooh, there's something in here. Medical record of Francis Sanders. According to this record, the patient seemed to be suffering some psychosis. He gouged his own eyes out in a fit of delirium. Yeah, see, told you he had no eyeballs. Okay.
In here.
Hello.
What is going on here?
Okay. Lighter doesn't run out of fuel. Let's pull the lever.
Have I activated anything? This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine?
Well, the autopsy's already been done on them.
The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs?
That's when you know it's creepy. Hey, whose body parts?
No need to worry.
Whose body parts are these? Ha ha ha. Alright, so.
Worse and worse.
Good lord. That's a pair of pliers. That's not used for medical shit.
Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation?
Why are there a bunch of eyeball looking things on this one? Is this Soul Edge in there? They have Soul Edge in there? I'm down for some more. Soul Calibur 6 is fun. It's just not a game I ever stream because it doesn't make any damn sense to try to stream it. My wife is also a huge fighting game fan. Like, she never really played video games till she met me, but damned if she doesn't like the most violent games I have. Like Mortal Kombat, that's her shit. Okay. There's something hidden here. You know what? Combat. I mean, I don't even need combat. I just need a way to...
Do the cops know what's going on?
Ah, there's the thing I was thinking. This blood-stained badge belongs to a dark water police officer. What are you doing in the cellar of the Institute? Alright. Cool. I got the hidden item. Clip that shut. Here, pull the lever, Kronk.
I can still increase the load.
That's right,
What will happen if I increase the current to the limit?
Well, if you'd let me push the button... Okay, we're gonna go in here. Oh, shit. I can hide in there. Okay, so that's what I need to do.
It's an amulet. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock.
Rock out in the middle of nowhere.
I can still increase the load.
Well, how do I increase the load? Trying to figure out where all these wires are going. Okay, so go around behind it, maybe? Okay. Archives. That'll be interesting. Check out the archives. Anything I take in there? No. Trying to stand up. There we go. Okay, here we go.
Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods.
Hmm. That was another thing I can hide in. No need to hide in that, start tripping balls.
Sarah Hawkins. She was a patient here.
Sarah Hawkins was interred at Riverside for fits of insanity a while before death. She wasn't at her first attempt with the fire at the mansion. Apparently she tried to burn it down before. That's weird.
Dementia? Self-inflicted wounds?
A document attesting to the fact that Irene Sanders' wife, Frances Sanders, had her husband interned after he showed grave signs of madness. Interesting.
Anatomy, anthropology, nothing surprising.
It's the whole shelf on cephalopods, which include squid, octopi, and other things like that. In this case, not everyone here is as science geek as I am.
I will not eat it anymore. Never again. We must not eat it. They must know that it is not good.
At least Joker shut up. Oh, fucking shit. Fucking shit. Oh, I thought he had a horns. Just the icon showing him where he is. Alright, see, this is where I wish I'd be are. He's starting to come too close to me. Shit. Let's see, is he coming out or not? Yes. I think, where'd he go? I think he's gone. Okay, I wish the fisheye thing would go away. Apparently it starts to stress out a little bit when someone sticks me in a closet. Alright. Let's go. Very interesting. Also in a strange jacket. Alright. Okay. Anything else I can investigate?
One, two, three, four, five, six. No.
6, 4, 5. Just a few days to go. Yeah, that's 4 days.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna...
I bet there's no longer any priests on Darkwater.
Yeah, I found this rosary on one of the cells in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. Looks like the representative of the religion. Looks like nothing I've ever seen. Yeah, because you see she doesn't have tentacles. Cult progression.
That's the problem. I don't know what this tastes
What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body. He roars and swells and has strength of oceans. His waves rise and crash, leaving behind the lonely trail. Get me out!
If I do not stop, he does not catch me. If he does not catch me, I do not sleep. If I do not sleep, I do not see him. I do not hear him. He does not call me. He does not call me.
Okay. Shit.
If I catch him, I sleep. If I sleep, am I dead?
Okay, so I'm not sure if I've ever been in this hallway.
It's done. Now for the others.
Okay. Okay, let's go look at how much of the charge I've already flipped. Okay, there's 2 more I need to flip. That guy needs to calm the fuck down. Okay. There's 1. The red goes this way. Can I go in here? No. Going record, lighters aren't really that helpful when it comes to lighting shit up. I know, I've tried. Of course it doesn't. Staying right in front of the door, I can't just walk in there.
You. Yeah, you there. Come here.
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all.
Sleep? You don't want to leave?
No. Have you seen the storm that's brewing? I'm fine here. Except for one problem.
You want sleeping pills, right?
Yeah. And in exchange, I can make noise. Lots of noise.
You'll draw the guards to your cell to allow me to escape.
So, you in? Find something to make me sleep, and I'll take care of the guards for you.
You, sir, have a deal.
Is it the noise that disturbs you?
No, it's the nightmares. We all have them here. That's what wakes us up. And afterwards, there's no way to get back to sleep.
I'll find you some pills.
Go look in the storage room. There must be sleeping pills there.
Right, so... Done talking to him. Surely there's another way to get around to the switch room.
Exactly what I need.
Okay, and I just gotta figure out how to get in there. Okay. And we open it right up. Because I maxed that shit out. Shit. Actually, can I bring him down? Let's see. Let's look around and see if there's anything to find. guy's just chilling, staring at a shelf. It's fine. See nothing. Where'd the guy go? Oh, probably wandered out of the room. Okay.
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape.
Oh, shit. He might have seen me. Oh. I think it's weird how this guy pretty much immediately has a panic attack when he shuts the door.
That's realistic if you think about it. Like, I'd be freaking out too. But yeah, he really does go over the top sometimes. Oh my god!
Spooky indeed.
Oh, what happened to the Joker?
I got far enough away from him, I don't have to hear shit anymore.
Burgers. Was it just, are cheeseburgers like $1 from McDonald's?
Depends on which burger you're getting.
I can't remember what's on the dollar menu anymore. I know their McChickens are still on there, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure they're convinced they're entirely chicken, though, you know.
Do you eat their stinking chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
I fucking love their chicken nuggets. I don't
Same
give a
thing,
shit.
yeah. So they're fried a little bit longer.
And there's the chickens are bigger.
And chicken nuggets are bite size.
I know. I like dipping mine in half ranch and half the buffalo sauce. It's the perfect combo. And their buffalo sauce is actually kind of spicy.
It's hard to find good buffalo sauce.
Something hidden here.
Did you see something hit you?
A control wheel to mount on a plumbing system.
Something. I found it behind. Okay, so I'm going to pause this really quick. I'm going to be right back. I need to use the restroom. And feel free to chillax, relax, play around on your phone like I do.
Cheeseburgers and eggs. Yes.
Make a cheeseburger, put an egg on it.
Ew.
Hey, some people think those are good.
Well, breakfast burgers are good if you make a burger with some eggs, bacon, and then hash browns. Those are really good on rye bread.
I like Reubens with rye.
Yeah, rye's one of those. I hated rye when I was a kid, and then when I grew up older, I'm like, wow, this stuff isn't that bad. My taste buds change.
But I love a good sourdough. Oh, San Francisco. You can't beat their sourdough bread.
In Vermont, we had, well, not in Vermont, but in New England, there was a bread place in Maine called Wiggly Piggly, or Piggy, I don't know, something like that.
It sounds familiar.
And they make the best homemade bread. Like, they had one that was like a garlic bread, but it had seriously pieces of garlic in it like that.
Oh, yeah, I've seen, the artisan breads.
Yeah, and the bottom of it was like fried in garlic olive oil.
Yeah.
That bread loaf would be done like 2 days for me.
I love a good crusty bread.
Oh, I'm gonna toss these. Okay, I'm gonna give me some teeth. Or McChickens.
Alright, I've returned. Damn it. I've returned. So thanks for sticking with me. Ah, shit.
Is there any way to defend yourself?
Go take a look.
Not that I'm aware of. I haven't gotten into any sort of combat. I guess. Although there's no mention of any claustrophobia in any of his stuff. Sanity. Oh, look. So, under the tunnels, under the Hawkins mansion, Pierce witnessed a disemboweling of Officer Bradley by a man with a monstrous appearance. The men in gowns and the ritual had not succeeded in affecting the veteran. However, the brutal death of Bradley and the discovery of the identity killer, who he recognized as the dead Charles Hawkins, as well as the latter's superhuman strength, managed to strike fear into him. Pierce does not know if he should believe what he saw. He may even put these visions of horror to the shock caused by the death of Bradley. Or he may put it down to lack of oxygen provoked by the rockfall. Ah, look, I'm shaken now, not stirred. The ordeals you've gone through have left their mark, but you still manage as best you can. You keep your mind busy in order to chase away the doubts and painful memories. You still have some way to go. Who knows where your mind can lead you along the paths of insanity. Charles Hawkins. He don't look so good.
He really doesn't.
Looks like someone from fucking Resident Evil.
Yeah, man.
Charles Hawkins is alive. Despite its crude and deformed appearance, this thing looks like Hawkins. He attacked Bradley after he recognized him. What could happen to Charles in the night? Have happened to Charles in the night of the fire? Never seen major burn victims in such a state. Nothing is right. Mari Colden, Officer Bradley's female friend who works as a general practitioner at Riverside Institute. She had figured out long before I arrived that Fuller was involved in illegal activities. She wants to shed full light on the nature of experiments and believes that she can help me solve the Hawkins case and advance her own thing. The occult, the mask.
I love that mask. Looks better than Harry Potter's Death Eater's mask.
Yes. They are laid out on a frozen stone. One would say that they are dead, but their bodies do not decompose. Are they in some form of coma? One thing is for sure, these men were subjected to a type of treatment that changed their physical characteristics. I'm not sure we can still call them men. Oh, that's all about the stuff I found so far. Alright, let's go over the inventory. Pipe thing.
I saw something over there.
I wish my heart wouldn't be so damn hard. Because I have to deal with the fisheye bullshit.
Oh, that's what that guy's called?
Yeah. Alright, with the snake is snake. Okay. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay, so we're going to try to go around the other way.
Where do they keep their sleeping pills?
I'll shut the door so they can't just bolt in here without making noise.
Scopolamine, morphine, opium? Nothing but common drugs.
Shoot.
What? What happened?
He's in the room. like watching it. Okay, can't open that drawer. History of medicine, whatever. It's the colossal work of an aristocrat from a long generation of physicians resulted in this encyclopedic work on medicine of past century. More complete than older works, it sometimes mentions in detail certain methods of Asia and Africa. Oh, here we go. Sleeping pills.
My new friend's sleeping pills.
There's part of me that's tempted to, like, do every distraction at the same time. Honestly, it's the electricity one I really want to have fun with. That guy's just going to stand there forever in front of the electricity I need.
I'll go take a look. Hey!
Oops.
What the fuck happened?
I got discovered. Fuck. Oh shit. How badly did I set myself back? Ah, damn it, I lost the sleeping pills. And the wheel. Fuck. They know where they are, so it won't be that big of a deal to get them back.
A control wheel to mount on a plumbing system.
You could say I'm a smart motherfucker, and you'd be right. This guy knows things. Inexplicable things. Okay, sneaky. You know, there probably is a way.
Where do they keep their sleeping pills?
Mentioned a way to. Like I said, I haven't done. There have been no indications of.
Scopolamine F. There's no such thing. My new friend's sleeping pills.
How do you know what there's no such thing? What's that? Are you a doctor? He's a smart mortal. Alright, so that's taken care of. That fucking sledgehammer just chilling. Alright, let's do this. Incision and bleeding, good practice. The controversial practice of bleeding is still exercised today. The book explains in minute detail the different methods as well as the instruments required. These methods are outdated, not very effective, and it is to be hoped that the reading of such work is purely for historical purposes. Okay, so I don't know, but I'll take it. I could pick his pocket. Okay, now I need to get the hell out of here. Maybe not the hell out of here. Maybe I need to get over there now. Shoo shoo. Hey, shoot.
Did you use the force?
I don't know. Maybe I did. I'll take the keys. Okay, let's keep going this way. Really? I unlock the door but I don't open it? Okay, let's see if there's anything in this little center ring thing. I haven't checked this one out yet. Oh, a book. This heavy tome, the first in a series of 3 volumes, is the bedside book for every experienced practitioner. It contains all the recent advances in modern medicine. It is frequently found in libraries of major medical universities. It's surprising to discover a copy in such an isolated place as Darkwater. So, interesting. Crap, I got too close to him. Can I get back in here? It's here. Note to staff. Last week's incident caused significant damage to the infrastructure, putting a stop to current experiments. This is unacceptable. From now on, the wheels to operate the gas stockpile must be kept in the storage room after each use. Moreover, you must keep the register of use up to date. Apparently somebody blew up his toy.
The green gas leaves from here, and it runs through the whole building.
Okay, I'm going to use that in a second. Items to be investigated. What's this? Dr. Full, I've repaired your machines the best I can. However, the piping has been damaged, and I fear the gas is escaping. I cannot do any more in such a short time. All I can do is warn you. If the equipment is put under too much pressure, there's risk of an explosion. See what else we got.
Now for the next step.
Turning it? Okay, I have 2 wheels. I'm wondering where the second one goes.
This valve controls the pressure.
Turn it a little bit more and bust this bitch out. Okay. Assuming that's all I can do. There we go.
A duct. It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands.
Ah. There's the new place I gotta break. Flip the switch to. Alright, so turned all the wheels to maximum pressure. Investigation. Pick the lock. Let's do this shit.
Perfect.
It's always one of my favorite things to do in games is learning lockpicking. Lockpicking, it does a lot in a game like this. See, now I'm Batman. Apparently helicopter-phobic. Let's get out of here for now. Okay, we're gonna pull the lever, Kronk.
Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push.
Theoretically, I like how he says that theoretically.
Because I knew you were going to say that.
Okay. So let's go over here to the door over here. We're gonna see what's on the other side of this duct. torture this man a little bit. Why not? Can't tell, but you can see through those grates if there's enemies on the other side. Guards. Ugh. What did I just take? Pincers. I took a Pokemon? Just kidding. Let's see why I have pincers. Bolt cutter. That's why.
This lever must turn on the gas machine.
First, we're going to cook up the pressure. I'm going to cut this chain really quick.
The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, because it will. Hopefully after I get the hell out of here. Wait. There we go. There we go.
I've got to hide before the guards see me.
Hell's teeth. Fuller's gonna think we did.
This way. Hey.
Hell's teeth. It's a really weird phrase, hell's teeth.
Come on, show yourself.
No.
Come on, show yourself.
No. Yes, you did. You didn't. Go away. You two need to fuck right off. Okay.
What did you just do?
I distracted some of the guards in an attempt to be able to get to the area where I need to flip a switch. Damn it, he's still there.
Yeah, he's still there.
I still have the sleeping pills, don't I? I do.
Why do you need them?
To give to a guy who wants to scream for the guards to distract them.
That's a lot of sleeping pills.
He wants a really good power nap.
Yes, so.
Just for him, that was the guy. Where'd the guy go that wanted the sleeping pills? Well, I never talked to him. I did. What the hell?
Even when you got caught, sure.
Well, maybe the guys are no longer guarding the exit. Yep, they're no longer guarding the exit. I just did a different distraction. Oh.
What the
This
heck?
guy.
Doctor, is that you?
No, it's not.
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
I got another trophy.
No!
Sanders!
The fuck?
What the hell? I
gotta go.
Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
Okay, what was that? I wonder. See how my sanity is doing. The death of Francis Sanders. The weirdness of Francis Sanders' death went far beyond anything Pierce had ever seen. Lifted off his feet by an invisible force, the poor man's body was carried into the air before being thrown violently against the bars of his hiding place. Pierce, powerless, watched the limbs break and Sanders' body crumble to the ground. During the long moments of agony, the detective saw nothing that could explain this event. Weakened by his wounds and the operations he could remember undergoing, Pierce begins to question his ability to tell between reality and the nightmares that haunt him. Sucks for you, dude. That damn gas. Locked. Of course. More
down. The gas. Oh, my head.
Later. We need to move on.
Pierce woke up in an asylum installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colton, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him escape. Wandering through the corridors of the place where Dr. Fuller reigned supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man named Francis Sanders. Before dying in full view of the detective, he accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the cursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decided to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout. Probably not a good idea. What the unholy fuck is this? I see that.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
They don't. See, I got some more points. Let's see. I have 4 character points. And everything needs 5. Oh, look at this. There we go. Level 3. Oops. Validate. Yes. Alright. Okay. I need more lantern oil.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Oh, I can't do that one yet. Oh, and I can't do that one either.
I found a Darkwater PD badge. Lost a colleague recently?
What the?
Bradley.
Ethan?
I'm all right. I just had a... It's gone.
You're sure?
If it's important, it'll come back. But I can't explain why Dr. Fuller would have that badge.
The man's in danger, believe me.
What can we do, Pierce?
Seems you two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion, you don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor then...
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital. And called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Ooh, interesting. I can't use that one, can I? I can't do that one either.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense.
Fascinating.
A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins. subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Some of the character movements in here are a little bit weird. Damn it.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller. And a nurse. Blood. Everywhere. My legs. The pain. I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
Their hands open way too much. Let the fingers go back.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course. He's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
Somehow.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here?
Yeah.
This makes no sense.
Does.
I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
The character
but
movement
that truth
is
may
really
be biased.
Weird.
We don't know the bottom of it.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well.
Destiny?
I'll go to see Francis's widow.
What?
Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
So let's go look at what I just pieced together. Okay, so I had all of my investigation stuff maxed out, but for some reason I couldn't point certain shit out to inhabitants. We already read about him, read her. So, art dealer, Francis Sanders knew Sarah Hawkins so well that he accused her of being the source of his suffering. The man gouged out his eyes with his own hands and smeared the walls of his cell with esoteric symbols. He seemed to be obsessed with a shambler linked to Sarah Hawkins. He died before my eyes in circumstances I cannot explain. I like how his background is all red like blood. So, Dr. Fuller reigns as the undisputed master of the Riverside Institute and of its cellars, in which he carries out illegal experiments on his patients. I don't know what he's done to me, but I shouldn't be back on my feet so soon after my fall when the tunnels under the Hawkins mansion caved in. This man is dangerous, and I'd swear he knows more about this business he's willing to tell. Strictly speaking, I didn't spend much time in the hospital. When I woke up, I was immediately transferred to the cellars of the Institute, a sort of clandestine asylum where Dr. Fuller carried out his experiments on patients without being troubled. Unknown machines sit beside anatomical drawings that are disturbing to say the least. I just managed to escape from the place. I have no idea. Like the second time. Cool ass masks. Okay, let's see what's in my inventory knowledge. More rosaries, the books I picked up. How's my insanity doing? Still shaking.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island. Let us go now and learn the truth.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Okay, so you guys are only saying one thing over and over again.
Was this the Hawkins house?
Yeah. Okay, so chapter 6. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector in front of the painter who died in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak with his widow about the shambler, the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. You're a dork, I love you. Oh, so this was done. I'm trying to throw a couple great throws before I started, but looks like I don't have to worry about it. Activity feed. Alright, so enter the madness.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders? I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
I can't tell if that's a dress or her robe.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died.
It was not on.
How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
He started raving, screaming that a dimensional shambler had found him.
Oh, mercy, that story again. Why have him interned?
That was when he began to convulse and twist with pain. Or terror, it's hard to tell.
I beg your pardon?
I'm not really sure of what I saw, or what I didn't see. But it's best that you weren't there.
I should have been there. What you're telling me is outrageous. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you.
No.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can't imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Dude, character points aren't. Let's snoop around her house. Exactly, she's right there. She wants.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Wow. She wears that ugly dress all the time?
It's one ugly ass moo-moo.
Did she really care for him after all?
Dear Madam, I acknowledge receipt of a letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I'm sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of his internment, you signed a discharge, allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you, Miss Fuller. That's just rude. Sorry. Fix this.
Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? A house of artists. A house of artists.
No, that's my great detectiveness. Oh look, they play the piano.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Must be his wife.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel?
Interesting.
despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why?
Probably because the girl doesn't walk around in a muumuu, and she's angry she dresses in a muumuu. Muumuus are terrible.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Okay, that was weird. Let's go look at the occult as something. Need 2 CP, and I can't upgrade anything without at least 5. Which kind of sucks. Okay, so anything else around here I need to check out? Second volume in the tome. In the series covers everything from gas, gangrene to trench nephritis. In addition to precise and detailed study, the book provides some avant-garde theories. The incredible complexity of this book deserves it from medical experts. Medicine is progressing. Turn on some music. Nope, won't let me turn on the phonograph.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Interesting. Let's go stick it in a phonograph, which sounds weird.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyes. Each time I shut my eyes.
Interesting. That's it?
I can't take anymore.
Okay.
I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
And cursed paintings you never want to sell. Oh, maybe he liked her. All about perspective. Anything else I should look around at? Magnifying glass by a book. I should be able to take the magnifying glass. I'm a fucking detective. I detect things. Where's the door handle? Okay. Oh, that's the front door. This door probably can't go through. Alright, let's look around.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
I don't know what Amerindian is. The Whale and the Cod. A brief history of dark water.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
I beg you, Sir Francis, I beg you give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. I mean, tore his eyes out. So. Hey, sleeping pills.
I could use one of those.
I found these sleeping pills in the Sanders' house. Were they prescribed to Sanders, Francis, or Irene? And that, my friend, is why you're supposed to always have labels on your medications.
An old diary.
This volume spends some time on the Reverend Wywood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that her Reverend congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, and her husband included, began to speak of their vision as a messenger sent from God. She's scared they will suffer the same fate as a lost tribe. I'm gonna pop it open. Key to the Sanders Gallery. What's this one? Malus Bestrium. This will affect my destiny. It's a kind of encyclopedia of monsters and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe they exist. What the hell? What's up? Am I losing my mind a little bit? Pierce read the ancient Teresti, the Malus Bestiarium. This bestiary makes inventory of numerous creatures from the occult world or parallel dimensions. The very nature of its knowledge makes it an unholy book. By reading it, Pierce lost some of his sanity. Interesting. Dissertation on anatomical questions. This is the work of a student book form. Although the observations are relevant, they lack the expertise of an experienced physician. However, the questions asked allow us to imagine new ways of exploring human anatomy. Giggity? Let's look at the medicine side of my life.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Perfect, Detective. The pretext, the body language, I would have bought it if it was the first time I'd seen your face. You're a good talker, Pierce. Your story will do for the moment.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Meh.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Let's hope I don't drive myself completely insane before this end of the game.
Wow.
That's some creepy looking shit. I kinda like them though, actually.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
That's a cool dagger. Is that all I get? Seriously, is
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Luminescent paint on the things. Yeah, some of these remind me of H.R. Geiger, to be honest. It's the guy who did the pictures of the aliens.
The public entrance to the gallery.
Everything in his, though, breaks down to just penises everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, if you look at the original design of the alien, it's entirely made out of penises.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
That and the eggs and the Xenos pop out of originally only had one flap, so it looked like a vagina. Oh, look. I just was able to refill my lantern finally. Guys, the guy must have had a lot of money to be able to collect this many sculptures.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
This is a line with tentacles on its face. Fascinating. Some weird shit going on. Alright, so we're gonna come over here. Ooh, shiny. Oh. Refilled my lantern again. Here's the Shambler. Last guy tore his eye out after looking at this. You really want to look at it?
So it's a
tripping balls again. Something freaky happens, his hair falls on his eyes. Well, it has no eyes, so it's technically blind.
What the hell was that?
Okay, let's see if that works. Let's look at my level up. Let's see if there's anything I can do to help myself out here. Nope. Strength, maybe we can just punch it in the face. What is my mission right now? What the hell am I supposed to be doing? The Shambler is a painting that Irene doesn't seem to know what she hates most. Hawkins her work. The fact remains that she accuses her of causing her husband's sanity. He apparently gouged his own eyes out under the influence of the painting. I must see it. The key to the gallery is probably in his office. The Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. It's undeniable the world didn't tell me everything about her, how it speaks for her. Everything began with Frances Sanders' obsession with the Shambler, an exceptional painting in more ways than one.
I can't even touch it. That thing came out of this painting. There has to be a link. Maybe if I destroy it.
Oh, dead. I did fill up the lantern.
What the hell was that?
Where did it go? Oh, there it is. The narrowing vision and the fisheye effect are very irritating.
Maybe if I destroy it. That thing came out of this painting. There has to be a link. Maybe if I destroy it.
Probably have to grab one of the fucking weapons. I'm not sure how smart this fucking thing is. Apparently not very. Lantern, yes. No, lighter doesn't run out. Fucking get to the point where I can't see anything.
Down. Did it hear that?
Looks like it did. But I grabbed the dagger. No, just the key. Just a bunch of knowledge. Well, once it leaves the room, I'll go back over there, grab it out of the case, and go cut the painting. See, this aura thing around the edges of my vision gets darker.
I could try tearing the painting with this thing. Damn it! That thing came out of this painting. There has to be a link. Maybe if I destroy it.
Okay, let's see. Try again. I'll just go around and like smash all the cases and just steal everything out of them and just be like, alright, I'm gonna just try everything.
Damn it! I have to use a specific dagger.
Of course I use a specific dagger.
Oh, that was close.
Nope. That was dumb. Okay, so those two daggers don't do anything.
What the hell was that?
I pissed it off, whatever it was.
Do they have a description of each weapon? Where you smash them?
Maybe I can use this dagger.
Rude. Damn it. I didn't even get get to try that one.
I don't get it. You were in there. How could you have seen me?
What the hell was that?
It shouldn't have seen me going there. Yeah, this whole vision technique thing is driving me nuts.
How many times did you grab that dagger?
That was the first time I grabbed that one.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
Nope. Shit. That means I can open the door.
What the hell was that?
I think that time it noticed me. I think what I need to start doing is smashing one cabinet and then running to the other closet and hiding. Or running around in circles like a Scooby-Doo show. Scooby-Doo episode.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
That's the most unique looking dagger. God damn it! Yeah, just murder me, get over with. Because that was the only dagger I remember actually looking different from all the rest. So I'm gonna try grabbing it. I'm gonna try grabbing it and just running directly to the painting and saying fuck the whole subtlety thing. If I die 1,000 times, then I'm gonna die 1,000 times.
Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
That was the lantern. That's the first time I survived in this closet. Guess I can't see a goddamn thing. No, it was holding me up by its claws.
What the hell was that? Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Oh, okay.
Where the fuck did you get that?
It's on the ground behind the damn thing. That's not fair. I ran through. Oh, well, at least I know what the fucking thing looks like. Okay. Know what the dagger looks like now.
What the hell was that?
That is called the thing that has murdered you 5 times in a row. Or more. We call them stabby hands. I like how my run doesn't seem very fast. I kind of feel like I'm just kind of calmly walking. I mean, I walk faster than the food line at work. Come on. If they say free ice cream at work, I'm fucking there. Not in this room. But he is. He's in the room. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Shoot. That's the one.
This dagger looks different.
Not really. Fuck you. Fucking stab in the arm. Apparently I'm tripping.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
A little bit. Ah, fuck
I was
it.
attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
Wait, what?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
I still won't start the painting. I'm not expecting anyone, are you? You visit the roommates? Okay, so, chapter 7, I don't know what this is. The Shambler turned out to be much more than artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came in the painting to attack Piers. After a hard fight, the detective man sent it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, the owner of the Nameless Bookstore. That's probably what the title's called. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Let's enter this madness again. That doesn't look ominous at all. A broken window with blood on it. Excuse me. This place looks fucking
Where's the
crazy.
bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Freud was also a nut job, and he had an obsession with penises. This practical work written by Sigmund Freud, of psychologists, describes the techniques of analytical interpretation of dreams. The analysis must follow several rules, especially that of free association, a principle announced by Freud at the end of the 19th century. It treats dream as a way of revealing buried desires. Cannot believe that this theory is applicable to my nightmares. The thing about Freud is his stuff.
An old diary.
The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. History of Darkwater, Volume 2.
What are you looking at?
What's that?
A blanket. What are you looking at?
A Puritan colony, led by Reverend Wickwood, settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it because it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. There are documents and handwritten notes they left, spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the end of the 18th century. Let's see what we've got around here. There's a hidden thing here. Let's see what the hidden object is. Handbook of Nanny and Dissection. The least that can be said about this book is that its title is well conceived. The illustrations of human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart or detachment proper to doctors to consult this page.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
A strange amulet. The pendant is the shape of a great dog. I don't know what it represents. I might find more by searching the bookstore. That was a creepy fucking amulet. Sanity is coming apart. Oh, okay, so meet the Shambler. It is in Francis Sanders' private gallery that Pierce discovers the identity of the Shambler. A huge work of art painted by Sarah Hawkins. When Pierce approaches it, a creature bursts forth from the painting and immediately chases after him. This beast is from another dimension, has such a hold in the mind of the person who finds him in its presence that a simple glance is enough in its direction is enough for Pierce to lose some sanity. Pierce finally managed to send the Chandler back to the painting using the dagger engraved with a strange symbol. This encounter has left its mark on the psyche of the investigator. Still under the influence of the creature, he almost stabbed his own hand. It must be Pandora. You wouldn't bet. I think this is probably painting of Pandora in her box, but I can't see around behind it. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for the boobs on the painting. That would be irritating. Crowbar. Alchemy? A book itself on alchemy. Need some coughing, darling? Precise and illustrate as much detail as the first volume of this book focus on healing theory specific to malformations and motor disorders. What's in the box? Do I read the book? Yes, I'll read the book.
What does this strange book contain?
This
book contains unholy knowledge.
This collection catalogs and classifies creatures I have never heard of, divinities from the stars. Creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to another. It represents itself as a reference work on the bestiary of the myth, without giving details on the mythology to which it refers. Pages are covered in phantasmagoric illustrations. That is not a word I'm familiar with. Let's see, did it hurt my sanity to look at the book? Not this time.
What, even looking at books can hurt your sanity?
Yeah. Brevity of medicine. A few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all the medical knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection. At least I'm leveling up.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
These Tibetan writings are at the origin of the esoteric meaning found by Helena Blavatsky at the end of the 19th century. The creator of Theosophy, whatever, would have drawn extensively the knowledges of this work, text of this work, but no one has ever been able to consult them. I thought they didn't exist. This book, discovered in the nameless bookstore of Darkwater, could be as much a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. More occultism, though. That helps. That levels me a little. Now, how the hell am I supposed to get through that painting? Because there's a safe back there. There's no way to get closer to it, and I can't find a way to swing the painting back. I'm missing something.
What happened here?
Okay, let's investigate.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left his footprint. A man, probably. No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
Most likely. Then the painting, alright.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
It is a small island.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Probably.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star on the branch, whose purpose was to push back the forces of the Great Old Ones, were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from his last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press clippings that mentions the misdemeanor, the day of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. See whether he knows the purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Alright, so I need to save. No, there's no saving. We're going to have to redo this again next week. Or maybe later tonight. Don't know. Feel free to follow the channel or sub. Twitter down below and YouTube. And I'll be uploading this playthrough maybe tomorrow or Monday. So have a good night, Simu Squad, and see you guys later. Oops, wrong button.
Do you want to wear